Is this the WrestleMania matchup WWE wants for next year for WrestleMania 39 in LA in Hollywood? Is this the matchup that's rumored to be happening? Hey guys, this is A.W.O here presenting you Laying the Smackdown, my wrestling channel. If you're new to this channel, make sure to like, share, subscribe, comment below. Click that notification bell. Unless this is my wrestling channel, I do, wrestling related content, news stuff, ideas, wrestling ideas, like this video is going to be. Watch alongs. I'll be starting doing watch alongs next month. Extreme Rules watch along is going to happen. I did a Clash of the Castle watch along. Watch alongs for maybe past wrestling related content, like past shows in the past from years ago, like Walls, Nitros, pay per view, or we can just watch matches together. Or we're gonna have the wrestling related topics live streams. We're gonna talk about favorite wrestlers, favorite matches, favorite arenas, favorite theme musics, all that stuff on this channel. We're gonna have fun. We're gonna have series. I have a series called Wrestling Rivals. We talk about some of the best rivalries in wrestling, and we're gonna do more stuff like that as I come up with ideas. But yes, this is a rumor out there that WWE wants The Rock, Dwayne The Rock Johnson, to face his cousin Roman Reigns, the Tribal Chief, at WrestleMania 39 in this March/April in Hollywood, California, LA, because it's WrestleMania, and there's a lot of ways they could go into this match, right? They're both part of the same family. Both the alphas of, I would say, they're the alphas of the Samoan dynasty for sure. But this match will definitely determine who is the true alpha of the Samoan family dynasty, right? But here's the thing: Roman Reigns is currently the undisputed champion, both belts. He has both titles. And the talk backstage is they're not planning to have him lose it this year, but maybe have two title matches at WrestleMania. So they might have him lose one of the belts, maybe in 2023, but not clean, maybe a cash in or a triple threat, something like that. There's talk about that. They're not sure yet. But that's a different story. But with The Rock and a Roman, how I book it is this. It all depends on The Rock's film schedule, really. His schedule, film schedule, TV schedule, whatever. So I have Roman keep the title throughout this year, and I'm gonna be honest with you. They really don't need a title for this match because the story speaks for itself. But they probably are gonna keep the title Roman till WrestleMania, at least one of the titles. This is obvious. There's no way they're gonna take him off. But I have him go through whoever his next opponents are from here on 2022, and the Royal Rumble comes up. I wouldn't even have to walk in the Rumble. But WWE announces The Rock coming up for a SmackDown episode or a Raw episode, whatever city. Maybe SmackDown on Fox. This is maybe February or March. Something like that. I don't know. February or March. I say late February. Have The Rock appear on SmackDown, and then have, as The Rock was, hyping up SmackDown, whatever, does the usual stick. Have Roman Reigns and the family, the bloodline come out to confront The Rock. Roman Reigns confronts The Rock, and Roman Reigns, does his usual sticks of, you're not the top dog of the family. You betrayed the family. You went to Hollywood. You became one of them. Not one of them, but you became a star. You turned your back on the universe when you became a Hollywood star. Hollywood, the biggest star in Hollywood. You turn your back on these fans. You turn your back on your family. You can use all that stuff. And The Rock doesn't take any of that. Obviously, The Rock comes up. Dwayne Johnson, he's great on the mic. If you know The Rock, he does the usual stick with his stuff. Coming back to Roman be like, Roman, if it wasn't for me, you wouldn't be here. You two-time. And Paul Heyman, he does his usual insult. So he insult Paul, his insult Roman, insult his own cousins, and you have the whole family dynamic here with The Rock up against his own dynasty, basically his family dynasty, Roman, and then maybe have the Bloodline attack The Rock, take out The Rock. And then The Rock out a couple weeks. And then as the Bloodline was as a future SmackDown getting closer to WrestleMania or somewhere in March. No, there's no challenger for Roman Reigns. The Royal Rumble winner, whoever the Royal Rumble winner is, faces off somebody else. Maybe they have the title off Roman Reigns, whoever. And then as Roman Reigns says, "Oh, there's okay." If the title is off Roman Reigns, have the Royal Rumble winner face the other champion. But if the title's still on Roman Reigns, do something different, okay? Roman Reigns would be, there's no challenger left for me to face WrestleMania. I guess I have WrestleMania night off. And then all of a sudden you hear the Rock's music hits, and the Rock comes back when the mic is, and then he says, you call yourself the head of the family, the head of the dynasty? How will you prove it? WrestleMania. You go Roman Reigns versus The Rock, 1-on-1 with the Great One. And that's when The Rock lays down the challenge. Dwayne The Rock Johnson lays down the challenge to Roman Reigns for a match at WrestleMania and for the title. Or no title. It really doesn't matter. I prefer not the title because The Rock wouldn't win that. But and I think that would be great. And then they build up to that. That's it. They build up to the WrestleMania match. And they after as the weeks go on, they would not get confrontational with each other. They would not get physical with each other. Because we don't want The Rock to get hurt before WrestleMania, and then WrestleMania comes along, The Rock and Roman Reigns, before they do entrances, and then they go stand right in front of each other, go, face to face, and the crowd is going wild. Like The Rock and Hogan, and they look at the crowd like this. Then at each other, and they start punching, wailing at each other, And then the match goes on. You have a good match, solid match, or whatever. It could be night 1 or night 2. Probably night 2 would be better, I think. And this match would be emotional because it's about being who's the top dog of the Samoan dynasty, who's the number one, like that. And then obviously, if it's for a title, I'll still have Roman Reigns win here. So I'll have Roman Reigns win at WrestleMania. But here's the thing: like in Rock and Hogan in 18, this is where I turn Roman Reigns babyface. Rock loses, Roman Reigns wins. The Rock stands up, looks at his cousin, takes his arm, and goes like this. Raises his arm, and that's when Roman Reigns turns babyface. That's how I do it. That's how I do it if they didn't have if that's the plan. But otherwise, if Rock doesn't come back, the Royal Rumble winner should be Cody Rhodes if he comes back early and challenges Roman Reigns at WrestleMania and takes the titles. But that's how I would do it. They really don't need The Rock to be champion, right? They don't need the title on the line because the story kind of speaks for itself. But I think WWE wants to keep at least one title on Roman Reigns for WrestleMania. It'd be like, what, 1,000 days as champion by the time? Right? He's been champion for what, two years and a month? So almost 600 days. So maybe 1,000 days by then, whatever. So yeah, that's how I would do it. How do you guys book The Rock and Roman Reigns? Tell me down in the comments below. Like, share, subscribe, comment below. And that was A.W.O is out.